Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yakim pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, I'm the priest of Mathia. I got the priest Pathadamoth, and we're going to go ahead and go into a quick lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying, like I say, to the hopeful elect, to the free Aquath out there as well that's listening. And we just wanted to go into these trying times. These times when it get real hard out here. We got this major cold front or the storm that's about to come through. That's going to mainly affect mostly the entire U.S. But you're going to see as it goes through, it's going to get worse in the mid, west, and the east of the U.S., as they say. Now, we don't know 100% how it's going to go, but we know one thing, those temperatures are going to drop. So you're going to get a lot of pipe busts. You're going to get a lot of people that's going to probably be out of power, because a lot of these grids ain't prepared for that. And just, we're just going to roll in the spirit, through the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, and knowing, these times that we're in, that, hey, things are not about to get better.
Mm-mm. Yeah, Khan, man, we're coming into some very bad times, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got people out here already. We hadn't even got into these times, and they're already panicking and going through things, man. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of wilding out over small situations when this thing is about to go to places, heights they've never ever seen in their lives. Because the scripture's saying in Daniel the 12th chapter that we're coming into a time unlike any other since there was a nation, man. You know what I'm saying? So these people are about to see exactly what these scriptures are talking about and exactly what the Lord is about to bring, man. Like it says in 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter, the Lord is about to visit the earth in which He made, which He's already visiting, but things are about to amp up, and ramp up, man. You know what I'm saying? Things are about to get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So bad times are coming to America, man, and to these people. So real quick, I want to bring this out in Isaiah 13. Yeah. It's Isaiah 13:1. And it reads, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see, man. So the prophet Isaiah saw a vision of the burden of Babylon, man, which aka Babylon, aka is America, man, in these times, man. So he saw a vision because this is a prophecy, to see what prophet to prophesy is to say before, man. Mm-hmm. So they had these visions and they spoke on them of future things to come, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's seeing a prophecy of the burden or bad time, oppressive times of Babylon, man, which is about to come, man. You know what I'm saying? Bad times about to hit this place, man.
Right. That's right. Got some. This is Ephesians 5. Start at verse 14. It says, wherefore he say, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Hey, and like you say, now it's high time till we got out of sleep, because we're seeing that these times that we're in, and as you mentioned, 2nd Ezra 9, we're measuring the time diligently in itself. Mm-hmm. And as you measure the time, you see based off the prophecies, because one thing about the scripture, the Bible, it gives you past, present, and future. Mm-hmm. And where are we at now? We're in the present time we're in now. We're seeing the future prophecies coming to pass, and these are the final few prophecies. And like you said, that's how we're redeeming the times, and we know the days are evil, because all you see is wicked shit, things that are against Yahweh Yahushai. You got the moles running rampant. All right, you got all these Christian preachers. They're basically constantly pushing prosperity, but yet they accept everything. Mm-hmm. All right, they accept everything. They accept the moles. They accept the transformers. All these different things, then you have, like you say, the food is being tampered with. All this madness is going on is against the Lord. And, basically what they're trying to do is do away with the scriptures. All right. Every time you bring up scripture to these people, they get upset. That's why the Lord's got to bring judgment upon this world. All right, because these days are evil as hell. And what is the evil going into? Bad times. All right, Eve going into time, ill going into being the bad. So it's going to these bad times that we're in. And what do you hear on? You can pull up the news, and what do you hear? Nothing but just like the scripture, morning. Well, you hear morning, death, and woe every time you pull up something on the news. That's all you see. So what times are we in? We're in these bad times, and when you get to a point, as you mentioned with Daniel 12, it's gonna get so bad that we gotta have a divine intervention, because we done went too far in this wicked society, in this wicked world, especially here in Babylon the Great, aka America, for us to just basically band together, as a lot of these Jake want to do. We can band together, create our own community, and we're gonna grow and strive. No, we're too far in the rabbit hole of wickedness for us to come out of that. So we need divine intervention to get us out these bad times, these evil times.
Can you read that? You started verse 14, right?
Yeah.
Can you read that again, verse 14 and 15 again?
God, this is Ephesians 5 and 14. It says, "Wherefore he saith, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead."
Because we were put to sleep. You know, we lost our heritage, our inheritance. We lost everything, man. Jeremiah 17 and 4 goes into that, and we were put into that sleep, that state of sleep, being dead, man. You know what I'm saying? That dead state, which 2/3 of our people are still in that state. The elect and 1/3 are being awakened and brought out of that state, like the Khan mentioned, Romans 13 and 11, man. It's high time to arise, awake out of sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in the times of the return of the Messiah, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's bringing the elect, the 1/3, out of that sleep, man, that dead state. The scriptures say in Proverbs 21 and 16 that the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding remaineth in the congregation of the dead, man. Which the elect and 1/3 are being brought into understanding, while the 2/3 remain in with no understanding in that dead state, man. That sleep. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, "Wherefore he said, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and my shock shall give thee light."
And we have that light, the scriptures, man. You know, of course, when you read in John the 3rd chapter, it speaks of that light. You know, that light coming into the world, and men love darkness, man. You know what I'm saying? That those wicked ways, man. You know, which this light reproves. You have to be you're held accountable when this light is shined on you, man. This true gospel of Yahushai, being that light, man, which ultimately represents him, but he's the word, man. John 1 and 1, you know, and you jump down to verse 14, it goes in how the word became flesh and walked among us.
That's right.
You know, so it's talking about Yahushai, man, ultimately, which is the word. So we have this light now. What's that? Isaiah 60. The 60th chapter goes into how to arise, shine, for thy light has shined upon thee, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? Because it speaks of how this earth is in darkness, and these people are in gross darkness, which represents the lies and deceptions, the wickedness of Esau, Edom, man, which we know in these times to be the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, man. So go ahead.
I want a quick precept for you. This is John 8 and 12. It says, "Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." And that's what, like I said, going into. Mashiach will give thee light.
Right.
Like I said, if you walk in the ways of Yahweh Shai, because, like I said, this world is full of gross darkness. Gross darkness going into, like I say, that dumb state, that down state, confusion.
Right.
You know, we're walking in the light where we got this understanding. All right. Then Yahweh tell Daniel to seal up the book. You know. Now the book have been basically being revealed. All right, the seals have been opened and broken and open. You know, going into Yahushua, a little bit over 2,000 years, laying his life down. You know, for our sakes, for us to receive mercy, and then in these times going into the late 50s and 60s. All right, for us to receive this word. And now what happened from the late 50s and 60s? All right, from the late Abba Bivens, we're starting to grow and see the word expand. And now this time where we have received this knowledge, even from when Daniel gave his understanding, or his breakdown or interpretation of of the statue, going into those different kingdoms. Now we have that understanding in these days, you know. So Daniel gave that a breakdown and interpretation for us to receive it in these times, for us to understand the times we're in. You know.
And if I can add real quick, you know, Yahushua being that light.
That's right.
Because he first of all comes in the volume of the book. You know what I'm saying? He is the word. So he encompasses all those things written, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is the commandments, the laws, you know, everything written. You know, so I want to bring this out real quick. This is Proverbs 6:23. It reads, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life." You know what I'm saying? Which is everything contained in this book, man. Which Yahushua represents all of it, man. That's why he says that he's the truth, the way, and the life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This word, the truth of this Bible represents life, man. You know, Esau represents death, man. You know what I'm saying? That's your left and right hand. You know what I'm saying? You have a right hand of righteousness with Yahushua. You have a left hand of Satan, which is death, man. Which, what does the scripture say in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter? You know, he who's coming is after the workings of Satan.
Right.
There's a strong arm. Satan has a strong arm in the earth, you know, and it's the so-called self-proclaimed white man, man. You know what I'm saying? After the energia, that's the workings of Satan, man. You know, and you can see that clearly with everything this devil does, has done, and is going to do, doing and going to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's the wicked, man, and he represents wickedness and evil. He's the border of wickedness. So everything, you know, hey, the scriptures tell everything. It's a beautiful story. But go ahead and get back to
God, Yahushua, that light, he pulling you away from that border of darkness, the border of wickedness. And before you go to Yahushua, the more light you receive.
That's right.
This is going back in Ephesians 5, and I'm going to read 14 and 15, and then get to 15. It says, "Wherefore he said, Awake, that thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise."
And that word circumspectly, man, is where you get circum, which circle, and spectly, specs, man. You know what I'm saying? So, which means to look or see. You know what I'm saying? So basically, looking around, man. You know, circle, looking in a circle, looking around. You know, being aware of your surroundings, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says to walk circumspectly, looking around, not as fools, because what does a fool do? A fool is gonna walk not seeing, not paying attention to what's going on and get clucked on the head, man. You know what I'm saying? Going to the wrong hood and get clucked on top of his head, man. You know what I'm saying? Where a wise man is gonna realize, oh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go down that. I'm not going down that dark alley. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go this way. It's a light. You know, I'm gonna stay up under this light right here. Damn fool will go down the dark alley and get. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Have a nod in the head.
Right.
Says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." These days we're coming into, man. You know, realizing. You know what I'm saying? Realizing where we're at. You know, in this timeline of this movie, man. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to the climax of this thing, man. That's right.
And things about, you know what happens in the climax of a movie? Everything pops off, man. You know what I'm saying? The damn when the two the wicked, the evil, and the good come together and clash, man. You know what I'm saying? And that big brawl at the end. We coming into that, man. We coming into some crazy times, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to add anything,
I wanted to jump in verse 17. Since
okay,
you mentioned that, like you said, it's going to come to that big clash. This is verse 17. It says, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding that the will of the Lord is." Hey, and that's the will. The will of the Lord, he's going to allow this to happen. This is his will. And what is that? Isaiah 55, I believe you like to bring out that his word shall not come back void.
That's right.
All right. So the will of the Lord is for this to happen, for this big clash. You know, as it says, Isaiah 19, the Egyptian against the Egyptian. Like you say, Matthew 24, the wars and rumors of wars. All these things are about to happen, and it's going to be kind of like like you say, back to back to back. You're gonna see it basically. You're gonna think it's like almost simultaneously. All these things are gonna happen, and you're gonna be looking around just like, damn, this is happening, that is happening. All of this is gonna be a big old Esau setting up for a demolition that's to happen, but it's still the will of the Lord for this to happen.
He who now letteth will let till he be taken out of the way. Again, in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, man.
That's right.
You know, breaking down all these things, man. The Lord is allowing these things to happen, man. He's allowing this dude to run through the earth, being a holy terror to the earth, man. You know, which he has done and been, man. You know what I'm saying? When you read in Psalms, the 17th chapter, he's the sword of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? He's set up for the wicked, 2/3 the wicked of the nation of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? Romans, the 13th chapter goes into that as well, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So all that is part of those evils, man, that this devil is bringing. But specifically, there's an evil time, an evil day that the scriptures speak of that we're coming into that's going to bring famine, thirst, you know, so that hunger. As a matter of fact, I was having a conversation earlier and going into how, you know, these people are still eating McDonald's, man. And I'm like, dude, stop, bro. What are you doing? You know, why are you still eating that crap, man? You know what I'm saying? So, and I told him, hey, unless you want to eat your family, you know, you better leave. There's other choices, man. Although this dude is putting, you know, crazy stuff and everything out here that we're eating. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, at the end of the day, only the elect is going to be saved or safe from the said perils, like the scriptures speak. These things that are being set up, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to get caught up in these things, man. Point blank, bottom line, period, man. And all of these things go back to the hand of the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? Which I got this in Proverbs 16. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 4, and it reads, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. You know, we know who the wicked is pursuant to Malachi, the 1st chapter, verse 4, Romans, the 9th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? Job 9 and 24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. We know who's controlling the earth and everything in it right now. You know, the man that's got everybody wearing suit and ties. You know what I'm saying? They're speaking his language. You know, you gotta to get a pilot's license, you gotta speak English, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard, man. It says that he covered the faces of the judges. You know, who put the picture of the so-called white Jesus up? A so-called black or Hispanic or Native American didn't do it. Right. The Elamite didn't do it. Would they not have put up an image of dirt of themselves? So exactly. Come on, man. You know, you still got these people, you know, these groups and people out here that's saying that Esau is not the white man. Yeah. You know, when the scriptures clearly tell you who did these things. When you look at that image, you can say, okay, he must be the one who did that. Who that's talking about? Yep. Exactly. That's why the whole earth is bugged out behind Jebus, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want
like it says in Maccabee, he painted the likeness of in his image. That's right. So basically, when you came, just the same thing he did when he was in Egypt with the Ptolemy Empire. What did he do? When you start looking at the what they call them, hieroglyphs and different things, you see the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptian, and eventually they become pale face on there. They became white. Same thing is no problem. He's like a damn snail. Esau, basically, you would go out the house and he would go and steal your shell and play like he been in there the whole time. You know, that's why this going on about him not wanting you to put anything about those small hats. Because every time you mention something or you try to say anything about small hats, they get so offended. Because the thing is, if they basically bring out more information about the small hats, you may have somebody realize like, hey, that ain't that's not true. They're not the real Israelites, you know, and that's just going into one nation. Because, like when we say Jewish is some kind of, but not really. You know, that's going into supposed to be short for Judah. Right. You know, but what about the other nations? Right. So this is that man. He steal identities. You know what I'm saying? He steal livelihoods, and then he play like it's been there the whole time. This man is a pure devil. You know what I mean? And what is this? He's a harbinger of death. Everywhere he goes, he seeks to devour and destroy. All right, seeks to devour and destroy. Wherever he go, he looks. And you mentioned like the Lord is he's basically the Lord's sword. But yet, ain't that the blessing? He gave him his blessing was the sword. That's right. And what did he do? He used the sword well. Yep. You know, and wherever he go, he had that sword on you, and he talks smooth. Like I said, his words in the mouth are smoother than butter, but words in his heart. He's always had a sword ready to swing it. And now he finna go, like I say, balls to the wall and do a whole lot of swinging of that sword. Yep. And these times, like you say, when you look at this devil, he's setting up. This is a orchestrated famine that he's causing, bro. And you don't have people looking at what he's doing. You have all of a sudden within the last year or two, you have hundreds of food processing plants just being burned up, catching on fire here and there. Why didn't it happen 5 years ago? Why didn't it happen 10 years ago? How all of a sudden all these food processing plants catching on fire? Then he wants you to kill your cows and get grants. He's killed millions of chickens. This is a food source, and you can say, okay, well, we still can go to Popeyes, but you got to think that during the time when when the pandemic was happening, you would go to certain stores and they would close down early. You know what I'm saying? Due to the lack of workers, but also due to the lack of food. You know, all these things are about to come again, and you're not gonna have no, hey, we off for this day and that day, and then all of a sudden we're gonna reopen. No, a lot of these food places and a lot of these restaurants are about to close down for good.
That's right. And then you got Billy Goat, BG, the gates of hell.
Yeah.
Trying to, we got to use code words, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Billy Goat out here buying up all the farmland. You know what I'm saying? Just goes right along with what the con was going into with the burning down of those processing plants. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the government paying these farmers to not produce. You know what I'm saying? They paying them wages. Feed like certain amounts of money to get rid of the crops and stuff, but they're killing chickens,
right?
And getting rid of stuff, man, cows, all kind of things to bring forth that famine, man. That they're basically bringing forth, man. They're doing it. You still got those ships out there in the harbor, man. Yep. Just sitting there, man. So all of these things are contributing to the coming famine, man. And so it ain't here yet. You can still go to your grocery store and that's why these people are comfortable, man. Comfortability in America it's crazy as hell, man.
That's right.
They're so comfortable here, and hard times, bad times about to come to this place, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to deal with it. This place is going to go down fast when it starts really going down, because these people have been so comfortable for so long, man. You can still go like the concept to Popeyes or one of your fast food restaurants. You can still go to the grocery store. You can still make moves freely. You know what I'm saying? But those times are coming to an end, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because those evil times are here, man. You know what I'm saying? You got something?
Yeah, I wanted to get out at Ezekiel. I want to jump to Ezekiel 5:16. I know it goes into the same thing in 4:16, but I want to bring this out. It says Ezekiel 5:16. It says, and this is the Lord speaking. It says, when I shall send upon them an evil arrow of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break the staff of bread. Hey, and like I said, he's going to break the staff of bread, and that evil, that evil of that famine. And as we just mentioned, this is one of the things that the Lord is using Esau for, to break that staff of bread. All right, and like I said, and it's going to affect. I saw this guy that was speaking on, I don't know if it was on Joe Rogan or what, but he was basically saying that the famine and all these things that's coming in 2023, you're going to see it soon, and it's going to affect who? A lot of you Jakes. He said the so-called black men. So it's going to affect a lot of you Jakes. And I'm gonna jump over to Ezekiel 4. All right. And 16, it says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, and with care, and they shall drink water by measure, and with astonishment. All right, so you're not gonna be able to just go get some food and say, I'm finna just go. What you want, a 16 piece? You know what I'm saying? Or I get up at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what? I'm gonna go to Whataburger. No, you're gonna have to get some food and basically hold on to it and maintain it, and say we're gonna eat this little portion today, and you might be starving. You might have to do just one little meal. It might be 1-2 scoops or something. And then the next day, we might have to go without food because we want to need to stay this for the next day. So that staff of bread is gonna be broken, and like I said, it's gonna affect you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans first.
That's right. Because it said Jerusalem, man.
Yep.
you niggas and spiggers, man. You know, he's talking to his people, man. Because Jake is proud, man. They taking on the spirit of Esau, man. You know, who is the proud, you know. But the scriptures say the deeds of the righteous surpass that of the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got Jake out here being more wicked than Esau, man. And they're more proud than Esau. So that proud spirit is about to be taken away, man. You know, got a lot of proud women finna get knocked off their high horse. Starting to see all of these things come to fruition, man. You know, we're seeing all of it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that breaking of that bread, man, that staff of bread and water, you're gonna have to do things in measure, meaning you're gonna have to stretch things out, make it last, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything you finna have a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Jake don't realize that right now, man. You know, they still proud as hell out here, and the Lord finna bring that pride down.
That's right. I got verse 17. I want to read in NLT. Ezekiel 4:17 for you. It says, lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment. And like I say, they're gonna be looking like, damn, you got some food. That's why you can hide them neighbors. They're gonna go knock on the door. Hey, you got some bread or anything, man? My baby over here is starving. My wife, you know what I'm saying? We haven't eaten in 3 or 4 days, and they be looking like, damn, man, we ain't got no 2 or 3 pieces of bread here. You know. That's where you're gonna get when you're gonna start seeing a lot of the kicking in doors, you know, and these neighbors are gonna start fighting and going against one another. All right, this is where it's get to a win, because you never seen nobody really lose their mind until they're basically lack of bread. Right. They can't eat. You know, they thirsty. You can live, I think, without water, live 3 days. So if it is lack of water, you see somebody with a bottle of water, you're gonna try to go take it. A lot of these people, especially you Jakes, try to go take that water, and that's what's gonna cause what? Somebody gonna end up is gonna lose their life over a damn bottle of water. That's how harsh this is gonna be. You got to think in the ancient times, when you look during the siege of Jerusalem and different things, you know, people was eating, like you say, bird dung. You know what I'm saying? All these different, and you be like, damn, that's harsh. How you can't even fathom that. Eating their own children, these different things. This is coming back, and it's gonna come back in a like I say, in a mass amount, mass way. You're gonna see a whole bunch, because like you say, now you got 8 billion people on the earth, and then you got what, almost 400 million, 300 some million people in Babylon. So Babylon is gonna really suffer because that comfortability is gonna be taken away, and they don't know how to cope with certain things. And that's going to bring forth, if you ain't got the light, you know what I'm saying, the light of the Lord through your Habashim Yahushua, you're going to lose. You can be walking in gross darkness. Everywhere you see, you're going to be trying to scrap and do what you can. That's why these women ain't be able to be walking around flaunting what they got. Because what's going to happen? Hell, they may end up taking you, I don't want to say draping you, you know what I mean, and then flaying you and eating you. This is what's coming, and you be like, damn, that's harsh. That's true.
That's right. And I think you can grab that second Ezra, but before you go, read that again. That second Ezra 16 goes into that with the neighbor, you know, these people knocking on your door.
Yeah.
So we can grab that, but read that one more time.
Come, Ezekiel.
That's the point I want to make.
Ezekiel 4:17. It says, the lacking of food and water, people will look at one another in terror.
They're going to look at one another in terror because they ain't going to have no answers. Because right now they're shunning the prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake out here naked and they mock the tailors, man. You know what I'm saying? They mocking the tailors that's trying to clothe them. We trying to clothe with this good message, this word, you know what I'm saying? This knowledge, man, that'll you know, clothe them. You know, it reminds me of Ezekiel 37, you know what I'm saying, when all the sinews, everything comes back up, you know, over them, you know, us getting our nationality back, realizing who we are, realizing who our powers is, getting the names, you know what I'm saying, being given the gift of faith, right, and you know, that grace and all these things, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the prophets out here trying to give Jake these things, and they shun the prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have that look of terror because they're not gonna have no answers, man. You know what I'm saying? And like the Khan said, they're gonna be coming to look and kick door at that point, man. You know what I'm saying? And take whatever you do have, man. Which you not gonna have a lot, but they gonna need what you do have. You know what I'm saying? And that day is gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly. But before you bring that, can I get this real quick? This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1, and it reads, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh," man, because we're drawing nearer and nearer to this evil day that the scriptures keep reiterating over and over, man. It keeps speaking of the evil day, man. We read in Proverbs 16 and 4 that he created the wicked for the day of evil, for that day, especially he's the sword of the Lord. So he finna bring crazy things, man. You know, Isaiah 13, those burdens, those bad times, that oppression, these things are coming, man. So it says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth," before you get all used up and old, man. You know what I'm saying? When you can still get around and you know what I'm saying? You still have some life about you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over. You know, remember the Lord then, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, "When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them," those evil days, man, because that's surely what's about to be said. You know, ain't no pleasure in these days. People gonna be complaining. You know, it's gonna be bad and hard out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 17. It says, "Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?"
And this is the prophet Ezra speaking right here, man. And this also proves reincarnation, because he's saying, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, man. So the Lord gave him a terrifying vision, and he saw it, man. You know, and he saw himself there. So that's why he was saying, oh, shit, woe is me, destruction to me, because who gonna deliver me in those days out of this? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna get out of this, man? You know? Go ahead. And then it speaks of those all the coming thing, the famines, you know, all those things, man, that's coming. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 19, "Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation,
famine, plagues, tribulation." Go ahead.
"And anguish."
And anguish. People gonna be in anguish out here, man. You know, bro. We can't even put in the words how it's gonna be. We you know, in the spirit, you know, we're being given that spirit from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But it's hard to display it, man, because you know we can try to put all the passion into it, and you know, and it's just you can't really give it what it deserves to be given. You can't do the justice it just do, man.
That's right.
How bad it's gonna get, man, and these people take it for a joke. It's not a game, man. The Lord ain't playing, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna read that again. Verse 19, "Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment."
See, those scourges. That ass whooping for that correction. You know what I'm saying? Because this message really is to the Israelites.
That's right.
You know, it ain't about these other nations. They gonna get dealt with too. But it's about you Jakes, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent. You know, the Lord is finna bring those scourges for amendments. That ass whooping for correction to get your ass right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna take it from my men? Okay. Okay. Keep that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm finna bring these scourges that's going to correct this situation. That's going to rectify everything. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 20, "But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness."
And see, they going to keep doing what they do. They're going to keep making it do what it do. And you pissing the Lord off more and more, man. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't going to get better. The Lord going to drop the hammer on your ass, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Nor be always mindful of the scourge."
And that's because Jake is hard-headed, man.
Yep.
Uncircumcised, hard-headed, stiff-necked people. The Lord, Acts the 7th chapter, around verse 51, he calls you hard-headed, stiff-necked people, uncircumcised at heart, man. You know, your mind, man, it's through. You bugged out here. And that's why, man, Jake is through out here, man.
Yep.
You know, if you want to add
Hosea 4 and 6, you know, going into basically they reject knowledge. You know, they don't want to hear this. Like you said, being on the highway, the byways, and like you said, we out here letting our people know, even on the videos. And what do? They basically throw their hand out. Oh man, we ain't heard that for 10 years. We heard that for 15 years. Hey, they don't want to hear it. So what's the Lord going to do? He's going to drop it right on top of their head.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
Says verse 21, Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
And what do the scriptures say? When they shall say peace and safety, then shall sudden destruction come upon them, man. So when you think you good, and of course he gonna be preaching that message. Hey, everything is fine. Everything is good. They gonna be preaching that message, man. Keeping Jake in darkness, man.
Right.
And the whole time that destruction is about to hit, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? This right here, that whole victuals being so good cheap. That's a what's the word I want to use? It's like it's not what you're seeing. Facade, basically. Yeah. That's a facade, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It looks good.
It's an illusion.
There it is. Yes, it looks good, but it's really not, man.
Right. It says, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
And really, we're in those times now, man. But you can go to the store and get a good deal, and save, and you got little coupons and all that. You can save money. Wow, I saved $100. It started off at $200 and went down to $100, man, and you feel good about it. Mm-hmm. That's what this is going into, man. This victual so good cheap, and these people think they're in a good case, and everything looks good. But what read that again?
Verse 21 says, behold, victual shall be so good and cheap upon the earth, then they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then,
this is the point right here. Even in all of that, go ahead.
Even then shall evils grow upon the earth.
Evils are growing upon the earth because these niggas are behind the scenes and the shadows, about to drop a serious hammer on these people, man. Yep. They're formulating. I keep saying formula. What's the word, man? I don't know why my brain ain't thinking. Orchestrating. They're orchestrating a famine, man. You know what I'm saying? Where they finna starve you people out, man.
Yep.
They finna bring another round of lockdowns. It's gonna. All of this stuff is still there, man. The C, that crown.
Yep.
Vic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? That C, man.
Lurking around the corner.
Lurking. You see what's going on over there in China?
Yep.
That's coming to America, man. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things are being orchestrated for this evil day, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And like I said, that's just like what happened in 2019 and 2020. It started going, the same thing happened in China going into 2019 to the end. And then the beginning of 2020, what happened here? The same thing happened.
Exactly.
By March, we was on lockdown.
Exactly. And they coming with some outrageous numbers of how many millions? 800 million. We know that's just ridiculous, but you see what they're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have the eye salve, that discernment, you see, we know what's going on, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but those things are coming to America, man. Is the point? Go ahead.
It says, they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion.
That sword, that famine, and great confusion. These people ain't gonna have no answers. Right. That's that look of terror that we just read in the previous scripture, man. Yep. That's what we're reading here. All of these scriptures are saying basically the same thing. From prophet to prophet, they're not saying different things, man. We have one message. The Lord finna F the shit up, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Basically is the message, for the wicked of the nation of Israel. There's many different ways and scriptures we bring out to make that point, but that's basically, at the end of the day, what it is. The Lord finna jack you up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what's coming. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a part of the elect, the 1/3, man. Was that it? Got more?
I actually got more. I want to jump and do a precept. Matthew 24 and 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulations, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor even shall be. And like I said, this is basically how I was speaking the same thing that Ezra was going into.
Exactly.
This is going into something that's never been seen before on the earth.
Which is what Daniel said. All the prophets again. Go ahead.
No, you're right. All the prophets. Like I said, it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna seem like there's no way out. Like everywhere you turn and go, it's gonna be great death and mourning. Like I said, that famine is gonna. As I said, and we read earlier, going into verse 18 in 2nd Ezra 16, it says, famine, great famine, then great death. So you're gonna have a lot of people dying because of famine. Then war. You know what I'm saying? So before even war hits, or you know what I'm saying, before even the missiles will start dropping and stuff, you're gonna have a mass of death because of people not eating.
And again, those people that took that juicy juice, you know what I'm saying? We're coming into about the range of time that people are supposed to start dying, man. So that's going to contribute to those deaths as well. And Yahushua was a prophet, man. He was prophesying. Would he be not? Don't the scriptures say he's the spirit of prophecy?
That's right.
Would he then not prophesy? Come on, man. You know, Revelation 19 and 10. He's the spirit of prophecy. So he was prophesying, man. He was a prophet as well. He's the Messiah. Come on, man. But he was prophesying. He was telling you things that's to come.
That's right.
You know, that's what a prophet does. You know, so that's what that is. He's saying the same thing Esdras and Matthew, Daniel said, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come on. This is 2 Esdras 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
So read it again.
Come on. This is verse 22. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
And that famine is coming. Go ahead.
And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
This dude's blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you happen to be lucky enough to escape the famine, you know, he gonna get you with his sword, man. You know what I'm saying? This dude is coming to prepare to take Jake out, man.
That's right.
By any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? If we don't get him with the famine, well, hey, we're gonna kill him with the sword. We're just gonna gun him down, man. You know? Those are the meetings. You know what I'm saying? You ain't invited.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But those are the meetings. They put this thing together to get rid of you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's being orchestrated at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of these people, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can continue to rule and reign. Because the scriptures say that he know that he had but a short time. He know his time is up, man. So the devil about to go balls to the wall to try to take you out, man. And he gonna take out as many as he can. If he can't get all of you, well, he gonna go down and he gonna try to take everything that he can with him, man. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I would.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's just a mentality that, hey, man, you know, and that made me think of that what we was talking about before we turned on the camera with Putin, man. You know what I'm saying? They saying he's sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which would be more reason for this nigga to go and say, hey, we're gonna push buttons. If I'm dying, you know, hey, shit, I'm finna take why not?
I want to see some fireworks.
I want to see some damn fireworks before I go, goddammit. Why not?
Why not? Hey.
Push the goddamn, we finna push some buttons, man. That just makes sense. I know I would.
Yeah.
If I'm in that position and I'm finna die, I ain't just finna go, man. Something finna happen before I leave this motherfucker. Y'all just excuse my French, bro. Excuse me on the, you know, but yeah, I'm finna put some buttons before I go, man.
We go in the control room, like, you know, hey, what's this button?
Yeah, exactly.
This is that's the button right there.
Pushing buttons, man. You know, why not?
Why not?
You know, and you can see with everything that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Elon, you know, Musk, you know,
they
ready for this brain.
Yeah, see him.
You know what I'm saying?
Things,
they ready for these things and those human trials, which I think they already didn't. They do it? Did he do it and he did an Instagram? Not an Instagram, but a what is that? What a Twitter. And he did a Twitter post with his brain, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's somebody already got that crap, man.
Yeah, and he said trial should be going on about done
a few months.
3 months.
Next 6 months, I think it was.
Yeah.
Those trials for
trials.
You know what I'm saying, to really push this thing, man. So we getting close, man.
And you know, when he say he's gonna get ready to do something like
right,
that, that's
already, you know what I'm saying,
in play.
Exactly. So if as a matter of fact, we can jump up because. You still got 2 Esdras? Because in Matthew, we jump up in Matthew the 24th. It kind of goes into some of the same things. So I'll go ahead and read that real quick. It's Matthew 24 and verse. I'll get to the point. Verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled." You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, the elect is not going to be troubled by these things because. Isaiah 33 and 6, you know, and knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. So that's going to keep you stable. This knowledge is going to keep you stable when everybody else is bugging out of all the things that are happening around them, man. So it says, see, so he's talking to the elect right here. And see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Exactly, man. They have to happen. They must needs be. You know what I'm saying? They're written. But the end is not yet, because there's still prophecies that have to come to pass.
Exactly.
Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And we seem like we have earthquakes every other day almost.
Yeah.
You know, and of course the famines are happening, and this major famine is being orchestrated, about to come to pass. And those pestilences and the disease, we just went into that with the Crown Vic. You know what I'm saying? They got variants and all kind of things. Like we said, you see what's going on in China. These things are coming to America, man, and they're all written, prophesied by Yahushua, man, the Lord, because he was a prophet, man. But that nation rising against nation, gonna have these wars out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Ku Klux Klan Edomites against the Jakes and Hispanics out here, Native Americans. You know, the so-called Negroes. Right. So you're gonna have these different nations coming up against different nations. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then kingdom against kingdom. World War III is gonna take place. You know what I'm saying? Verse 8, all these are the beginnings of sorrow. So these are the beginnings of sorrow. That show how bad it's gonna get. Daniel 12, man. Can't keep saying this enough, man. The same scriptures, you know what I'm saying?
One another.
Keeps reiterating one another, man. You know what I'm saying? So those are the beginning of sorrow, man. Showing you how bad it's gonna actually be, man.
That's right. I started at the top of Second Ezra. Mm-hmm. Second Ezra 16:1, it says, "Woe, which is destruction, be unto you, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto you, Egypt and Syria." So
them damn Asians, you Moabites, man, y'all gonna get it too, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't left out. You know, all nations are gonna get it, but Moab running a close second to Esau, man. Yep. To you know, and the Moabites gonna get it too. Go ahead.
It says, "Gird up yourselves with cloth and sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." Mm-hmm. It says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?"
That's right.
It says, "A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?"
And these are rhetorical. Come on, man. Nobody. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna stop nothing the Lord does, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?"
Those plagues are coming, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that ultimate plague is the thermonuclear destruction, man.
That's right.
What's that, Zechariah? Is it 14? That goes into that the plague, man. You know what I'm saying? When they gonna be standing there and their tongues melt in their mouths and their eyes and their eye sockets, man. You know what I'm saying? And just the flesh is gonna just melt off your skin, man. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, there's a scripture that says he's gonna leave you there and melt you, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're reading right here, man. Go ahead.
"Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Mm-hmm. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood?"
Ooh, just think about that. If a lion is hungry in the woods and your right. little tail is out there, is something gonna drive that lion away? Now that lion coming, bro.
That's right.
He coming because he's hungry and he's ready to eat, and he don't see nothing but you.
That's right.
So guess what? Guess who's coming to dinner, man? You know what I'm saying? Right. At the end of the day, guess who's coming to dinner? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. It says, "May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble? When it has begun to burn." I'm going to read that again. Verse 6, it says, "May any man drive an hungry lion in the woods, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when he has began to burn?" Mm-hmm. All right, so when this fire begins, like I said, who's going to put it out? It's going to burn. It's going to basically purify. That's what is fire. One thing is a purifying agent. Mm-hmm. And through the wickedness and through all this abomination that has been done upon the earth, the Lord is going to cause this fire to come and quench and purify the wicked and everything upon this earth. It's going to be a complete purification, right? And like I said, if any man drive away a hungry lion, that goes into, like I say, this is like I say, the coming of the day of the Lord, Amos 5:18. Mm-hmm. It says, get that real quick. Amos 5:18. "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. For if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand upon the wall, and a serpent bit him, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?" So wherever you go, you're not going to get away from these scourges. It'll be scourges for a minute. You're not going to get away from this destruction that's about to happen. Wherever you go, you're going to see mourning, destruction, and woe.
That's right.
Back in 2 Ezra 17, I'm going to jump to verse 7. It says, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer."
And that's going into the missiles, man.
That's right.
Once that missile is shot, it ain't no turning it back, man. Nothing can turn it back, Go ahead.
"The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" And that's good, as the point that you just made. That main plague is what? Those missiles. Like you say, once that plague is let out of those missile asylums, there's no way to turn them back.
That's right.
It's done.
That's right.
It's verse 10. It says, "He shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence." All right, and going into like Matthew, this is 2 Ezra 16-12. "The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. A sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power." All right, so when you see these earthquakes, like you say, in diverse places and things like that, you're going to see waves that you've never been seen before. These tides, they're going to be probably higher than the Empire State Building, and they're going to be coming just wiping things out, because these earthquakes are going to cause those, when they call it when they're coming upon them? Tsunamis and things like that. They're going to be tsunamis like you've never seen before. These underground volcanoes. There's volcanoes inside under these, in these oceans. All these things are going to erupt. That's why the Lord said the earth is going to move to and fro like a drunkard because of these missiles, and then it's going to cause all this eruption of these volcanoes, tsunamis. So you got to think it's just going to be one. It's just that's
earthquakes.
Earthquakes. Bro, that's what me and Bill Hawkins be feeling.
Yep, exactly. Feeling for fear. That's right. The fear of things going on in the earth, man. The things that they're seeing, they just gonna be giving up the ghost.
Yep.
Just leaving. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not
furbished." That's what that word furbished. Sharpened. You know what I'm saying? And it says what? And they
gun. It says, "Bend his bow. His arrows that shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss."
And shall not miss. You know what I'm saying? They're going to hit their mark. As a matter of fact, I think it goes in that in Joel the 2nd chapter. It goes into that how they're not the missile defense systems are not going to be able to deal with them, man. They're not going to be able to stop these missiles because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be in these missiles, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to hit their mark, man. The Lord is going to do what the Lord said He's going to do, man. These things are for sure, man.
Yep.
So when you read them and it says it's not going to miss, I don't care what you hear East whoever talking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got this perfect missile defense systems, and we're not worrying about what you're saying because we read it right here. That's we're not gonna miss their mark, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So because Esau boasts like that. He'll talk trash like he got, he's not worried and we've got this, we've got that. Man, the Lord said what He said, man. And this is sure. This is what we believe in, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the Lord shut down the missile defense system. Think you finna shoot out some of them missiles. Your missile defense system may not even work in those times.
Right.
All right. And it says back in the middle, verse 13, 2 Ezra 16 and 13, "And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world."
And the ends of the world represent America, man. You know what I'm saying? They coming from over there to over here. That's the ends of the world, man. And they coming. Go ahead.
And for them bird brains, you thinking, this is somebody shooting an arrow, a person shooting the actual arrow.
Bro.
Come on. They said to the ends of the earth. You know nobody can't shoot no arrow from one end of the earth to the other.
Right.
So come on, think about it.
Yep.
Verse 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." Hey, and they ain't gonna return again. Like you said, the missiles, when they come out of the asylum, they're not gonna return. All these pestilence and things that's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? These plagues, they're not gonna end. You know, it's like you say, forever purge. It's gonna be the forever plague. You know, the black plague and all these different things that's gonna happen because they trying to say, and we know Esau have mutated so many of these different like the black plague and these different type of like I say, viruses and things like that. He have basically diseases. He have basically mutated and amplified a lot of these diseases. So when he let them loose, they're not going to come back. They're going to be spread and they're just going to continue. You know, that's why you have all these zombie movies and things like that, because this nigga finna set up for all these people to be dying of preacher swords and things like that. A lot of people gonna have these swords off of what? That C-hip. They're gonna be receiving that C-hip, and it's gonna start causing all type of sores and things on, and that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, and like you say, with these diseases, because you can have open wounds. It's gonna, you can have like the Walking Dead walking around here, and when somebody need help and they look like the skin falling off and they see you, what the first thing they gonna do? They gonna start coming towards you. You know, help me. And what you gonna do? You got to probably lay them down.
Right.
You know. It says, verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return.
And that reminds me also of Isaiah 55 and 11. You know, these things have been spoken by the Lord. And he said his word does not come back to him void. So they're not going to, they're going to, as that scripture says, basically, as a matter of fact, because I don't want to mess, I'm just going to read it real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. And it reads, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, which all of these things have been spoken by the Lord, how these missiles ain't going to return, these plagues ain't going to return. It said, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish the thing which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying, man. You know, it ain't going to return. I spoke these things to happen, so they're going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do my pleasure. This thing is all about the will, purpose, and pleasure of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. You know. Exactly. Did we get to the part about the neighbors? I think you need to jump down.
Oh yeah.
So we can get to that point about the neighbors coming in on.
Hold on. This we are read down through here.
While you find it, I'm gonna bring this out real quick. This is 2 Esdras 8 and verse 50. It reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So many great miseries are coming. We just read many great miseries, man. You know, we started at the top of that chapter, which went into the famines and all the different, you know, the different things that's about to come. When Esdras said, woe is me, he saw the vision, man. And then as we read on down, went into the plagues, the missiles that's going to be shot. All of these is part of many great miseries that's coming into the earth. Those burdens of Babylon, those bad times is coming. So many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And of course, we know who the prideful man is. You know what I'm saying? Pursuant to like Obadiah, I believe it's in Jeremiah as well. You know, that man that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. His pride, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee. You know what I'm saying? So we know who the proud man is, but again, this devil has put that spirit forth in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Now these nations and 2/3 of Israel has grabbed a hold of that spirit, and now they're proud. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. Proud to be an American. You know what I'm saying? The proud, the Marines. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. You know, in the songs, in their logos, mottos, whatever that crap is. There, you know. So, hey, but that pride is going to be dealt with, because the Lord said He's going to bring many great miseries. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all that's walking in that pride, that great pride, man.
Yep. This is 2 Esdras 15 and started verse 18. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
See, speaking on that pride again.
Right.
Lord finna trouble the cities. The Lord hates pride, man. He hates pride, man. So He's going to, those troubles and miseries are coming because of that pride. Go ahead.
Right. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Amen.
They're gonna be afraid. That look, because they ain't gonna have no answers, and all these things that terror, and all these things that's going on, man. It's gonna have these people gonna be bugged out. They're gonna be scared out here, man. And willing and ready to do anything. Go ahead.
It says, verse 19: the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword,
because they're gonna be hungry. So he ain't gonna have no pity on his neighbor, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be ready to take what their neighbor got.
That's right.
What you got in there? I smell something. You cooking. We hungry. You know what I'm saying? And when a person is hungry, that's when the lights go out and when people are hungry, man.
That's right.
That's when you're gonna see the true nature of a person. When they get put in the dark and when they hungry, man. And this very well could be they might could see both.
That's
what I'm saying? Hungry and in the dark. Go ahead.
It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
Take what you got.
Take what you got.
They gonna take your shit, man. They coming for it, bro. It's written. We're reading these things, man. So we just read Isaiah 55:11. These things are gonna happen, man. They're sure. Those sure words of prophecy. Go ahead.
Tom, what happened? We have barbecues and picnic together.
Right.
He up there with a gun in his face.
Exactly. Right. Ain't gonna no understanding. He ain't gonna understand why that's happening because he don't know these scriptures. He don't know this Bible, man.
That's right.
He don't know these things are written, so he gonna be questioning it, not with no understanding. Why are you doing this? Go ahead.
Good. It says back in verse 19. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
There it is. That famine. They gonna be hungry, man. That lack of bread. Which this devil is orchestrating at this very minute that we're speaking. Go ahead.
It says, for the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And then we just read that in Isaiah 24. Yeah.
Yep.
That great tribulation is coming. It's actually here. It's just coming
it's here. Right.
It says, I'll keep going. It says, verse 20, because saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun and from the south and from the east, and Lebanus to turn themselves one again another to repay the things that they have done to them. And like as they yet this day unto the chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Gonna repay them. Thus saith the Lord power, Lord Yahweh, and my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
We know who did that. Esau, man. He shed innocent blood, man. He's killing. He kills just for sport, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because, and he has a perpetual hatred for you jakes, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But like he said, he gonna bring these kings, those nations, and they finna go against each other, man, to get them back for putting their hands on the apple of the Lord's eye, man.
That's right.
You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent. You make up the 12 no longer lost tribes of the nation of Israel. We know who we are in these times. We know who our enemies are. All 17 other nations outside of the nation of Israel, primarily the Edomites, man.
That's
what I'm saying? So they got a lot to pay for, man. But before they pay, the Lord is going to allow these devils to get loose on you jakes, the wicked of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
To teach you that final lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? Death by pain, man. It has to come. 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter and verse 12, man.
That's right. That's right.
Was there more?
Look more. It says, verse 23, the fire is gone forth from the wrath, and he has consumed the foundation of the earth, and the sinners like a straw that is kindled. It says, woe unto them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. And like I said, and this is an end time prophecy. This hasn't happened as of yet.
That's right.
Like you say, it's going to be fired. It's going to be kindled. And like the Lord said, with
I was about to get it, bro. I know where you're going. I'll grab it for you.
These things are happening, bro. And what are you going to do when these things come upon you?
That's right.
What like I said, what manner of man you? What are you going to? And like I said, Khan mentioned earlier, they're going to be shocked because, like you said, when told, hey, what are you doing this? Because they don't understand. They don't know about the scriptures.
Right.
This
is Luke chapter 12 and verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Going into those fires it's gonna already be fire in the earth, man. When the Yahushua gets here to bring fire. You know what I'm saying? It says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straightened till it be accomplished? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, these things have to happen, man. That's the only, again, going to those scourges for amendment. You know, that's the only way things are going to get, rectified. You know what I'm saying? And that straighten is STRAIT. You know, like that difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that straight gate. You know, that difficult or position of difficulty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The double straight position of difficulty.
Right.
Yeah.
So these things have to be accomplished, man. They have to happen. But it's going to be fire already kindled in the earth. You know, is the point I think you wanted. Those fires going to be in the earth.
Yeah, and like I said, this is all going back to when he said like it's a recompense. All right, it's a recompense. Now, what is that recompense for? For the mainly, like you say, for the sword of the earth. He had to basically get rid of the sword. Going into Sirach 10, what he's got to do through what it say 10 and 8, basically that transitioning. Matter of fact,
Sirach.
Yeah. I don't want to butcher it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it because this is the time we're in. You know, Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, and the kingdom is going to be translated from one people to another. Reason being that this is going to happen because it got to be rectified. You know, this got to be an adjustment upon the earth because the way Esau is running the earth today is going to lead to what? Nothing being left alive. That's why it said the elect are going to be scarcely saved. It said if basically the Lord will come back, everything's going to be everything's going to die off because this man. And when we say this man, we're talking about, like you say, as a whole, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know, because he ruled the earth. You just mentioned earlier prior that Job 9 and 24. The earth given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, and he become what? He become the ruler of the whole earth, from the east to the west. That's why those missiles got to go from one end of the earth to the other, because he's got to be basically covered the whole earth. Because Esau is going to battle. Esau against Esau. You got the Ukraine president just came over here speaking to. Like I say, the America Congress, I think, and the thing is, why you have them over here knowing that it's going to be, it's going to, that's how you know war is blooming. Now you have them over there, right, and then you keep sending troops over to Ukraine to train them and taking weapons, and they said they're going to give them like $60 billion. You already gave them billions. You giving them some more billions? So eventually, like you said, Putin, hey, Lord will, he is sick, and he's like, fuck it, boop, push that damn button. Cause it's getting to a point where, bro, you can't even, they charging you for air. Esau is basically polluting the air that he's charging you. He's finna make you go to famine, and even when you're eating, you're not receiving the nutrients because he made everything fucking GMOs. So you got whales and different animals beaching themselves. So you got to think we need new management, new rulership on the earth. All right, that's why I said what it say? Unrighteous dealings, riches, and injuries got by deceit. This man is injuring everything. All right, this man is a deceitful man, and like I say, he's the son of perdition. All right, he's the son of destruction. All right, he's the spawn of Satan. So he's causing what? Death to go upon everywhere you go. You know, Revelation 6. Wherever you go, death follows.
Con. And I want to bring that out because you mentioned how that fire has to come. You know, or it's ain't gonna be no flesh left to be saved. You know, like we just read in Luke, the Lord said, you know, He has a baptism with fire, man. And of course, we know baptism is to be immersed in water. You know, well, that immersion of fire is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? It has to happen. This is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, the days shall be shortened. And that's why everything is moving so fast, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? It seems like, you know, we were trying to think of like the titles of that Apostle Tahar had put on, and we were thinking something from last year, but that was like 2 or 3 years ago. That's how fast things are moving, man. You know.
Yeah.
So hey, you can clearly see everything is the Lord is clearly showing that even a worldly Jake.
Yeah.
You know, they recognize how fast
time is
time is flying, man. You know,
what was it early in the year they said, and it wasn't a whole lot of time, but still, just to look at the time, they said one of the days this year, I think it was like in June or July, it was the fastest day ever on Earth. Like how time flew by that particular day. So that's just basically a prelude to let you know how fast these times are going. You know, because the Lord is basically speeding up the time for He can basically send to deliver the elect.
That's right.
Because, like I said, Esau's going to set a plan to try to do what? Come down on all Jake. He destroyed the Georgia Guidestone because people start looking at it more. You know, I don't know the reason why it happened, but the thing is, it's getting to a point where he's finna try to make that move. Because you got to, and I always like to bring it up, if you want to get down to 500 million people, you got to kill 7.5 billion people.
That's right.
You got to kill a lot of people just to get down to that number. And they don't know who basically paid the money to put that Georgia Guidestone up. And it was written it had 12 different languages in there. So somebody's paid a whole lot of money for that to be put up. Because them things was huge. You know, and this is something that Esau is basically finna implement into the earth. Like Bill Gates, I don't slock it, BG said. You know?
Billy Goat?
Yeah, Billy Goat. What did he say? He said, well, with these the vaccines and these things, you know, try to help with the population, but yet this helps sustain the earth. Now, the thing is, you're trying to set up the population because you said there's too many people on the earth, but yet you're trying to say this is going to help.
Right.
No, you're trying to sterilize everybody. And then the ones that ain't sterilized, they're going to end up being put to death. But people hear him and they're like, oh, he's a billionaire. He know. He should know. This nigga, he don't know. And he basically probably installed all these patents. You know, just to be real with you.
Go. You have anything else? I'll just read this last one, and then we'll bring it to a close. And this should be the sentiment, which I know this is the sentiment of all the righteous, the elect. Jeremiah 17:17. It says, "Be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil." You know, so hey, that's what we're praying that to the Lord. Be not a terror unto me, because the Lord is about to bring terror into the earth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He's the king of terrors. You know, that's why terror gonna be in these people's eyes. You know, but some of the scriptures we brought out, man. These people gonna be afraid. They're not gonna know what's going on. Right. But it says, "Be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil," man. You know, Bashim Yahushua is our hope in the day of evil, that evil day which is upon us now, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadat, Shalom.
Shalom.